Abdel Bari Atwan is the editor-in-chief of al-Youm, an Arab news and opinion website. Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
Well, the strikes between Lebanon and Israel are being described as the most serious since 2006. Do you see this as the beginning of something more serious?
Oh, yes, definitely. This is very, very serious. You know, now the Lebanese front is open against the Israeli, and this could be actually a huge escalation. We know that there are a lot of Palestinian groups. We know Hezbollah got at least 150,000 missiles and about 5,000 drones. So if the the Lebanese front is open, this actually could lead to a regional war in the whole of the Middle East. It is very serious. As you mentioned in as your correspondent said, the Al-Aqsa Mosque is a very holy place for more than 1.5 billion Muslims all over the world. So the radical Israeli right-wing government actually dragging the situation in the Middle East to a religious war by storming the Al-Aqsa Mosque. It is very holy to the Palestinian, to the Arabs, to the Muslims. So I believe what is happening in Lebanon or from Lebanon actually could be a very, very dangerous indication of a lot of things to come. I think war is coming to the region.
Well, we saw tensions and violence escalated very quickly in just a matter of days. But what would it take for things to de-escalate? And at this point, can it?
Well, actually, as I said, Al-Aqsa Mosque is very sensitive, very holy to the Muslims and in Palestine and also in the Arab and the Muslim world. So if you want to de-escalate, the Israeli has to stop this storming of Al-Aqsa Mosque and harassing, arresting, and even, shooting the people who are there. So I believe if the Israeli would like to put an end to this escalation, they have to respect this holy place. And also we are in the month of Ramadan, and this month of Ramadan is very important, very holy to the Muslims all over the world. So the feeling is in its peak now. So the Israeli, if they want to de-escalate, they should stop this storming and sending settlers and radical Jews in order to occupy Al-Aqsa Mosque, which is, as I said, a very sensitive place. Until now, we haven't seen any sign of Israeli wisdom to avoid the escalation. There are the Jewish radical groups are prepared now, or preparing to storm it. We are actually celebrating, or the Israeli actually celebrating the Easter, and we get used during this time in particular. So thousands of settlers to storm Al-Aqsa Mosque and also create trouble for the people who are praying there or trying to pray there. So I think the coming days are very, very dangerous and very alarming unless there is, the Israeli side stop this kind of provocation to 1.5 billion Muslim all over the world.
Yep, as you mentioned, and as we've been saying, a very holy time indeed. Abdel Bari Atwan, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time.
You're welcome.